today. I'm Denise from The Average Joe, and today we're here with the not so average travel planner Julie, and we have talked about my Disney Experience app. We talked about picking the correct date, selecting the appropriate resort, picking your daily schedule, making your reservations for your dining, and today we're going to talk about your ticket purchase. So there's a multitude of ticket purchases that you can make. Most people, if they're going to be there 5 days, get the 5-day tickets. So your most economical choice would be the multiple day tickets, one park, 1 day.
Correct.
Okay. So they also have park hoppers, and they have where you can go from half a day Magic Kingdom to half a day Epcot. You pay a premium for that ticket if you want to hop from park to park. We don't recommend that because the time involved to go from one park to another is just wasted time. You get no benefit out of that hour, hour and a half.
And you never know if a bus is going to break down.
That's true. It's happened before. But you don't want to waste an hour and a half, 2 hours going from one park to another park. If you're there for 4 days, then you do one park every day. Or if you're there 5 days, you pick your park you want to do twice and you do the other 4 days with the parks. Hopping from one park to another is really not for the person who's going on a vacation for a special occasion.
So one of our viewers is asking, is there a type of person who would benefit from the park hopping option?
I think yes, because you have your teenagers and the younger crowd who like the extreme rides, and there's only a handful of them in each park, so they can go on the Tower of Terror and Rocking Roller Coaster, and then head over to the Animal Kingdom and go to Everest. And then if they wanted, they could stand online for Pandora.
Yeah, they could do that. But
that, again, probably all those 4 rides would take all day to do.
Right. Now, it's my understanding that a typical 1 day ticket price is around $123, $24, I believe. I know the
peak season, yes.
Yeah, I know the Magic. Yeah, there's 3 different seasons, correct? Mm-hmm. There's value, peak, and regular.
Right.
And I know the Magic Kingdom is actually priced higher than the other 3 parks.
Correct.
Okay. So understanding that the pricing for the Disney tickets is broken into 3 different seasons. I know the Magic Kingdom is a higher priced ticket, and we're saying that the 1 day, 1 park ticket is the most expensive as you're walking up to the gate and purchasing it. What is the pricing structure, and how does the pricing structure work if I purchase a multi-day ticket, which does seem to be the more economical choice, according to Denise from The Average Joe?
I believe after 3 days, it's one price regardless of what park you go into. So your 3-day base ticket price is the same price if you were going to go to Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Disney Hollywood Studios, or if you were going to go to Magic Kingdom all 3 days. It's a set price. It's the same.
I understand that the longer the multi-day ticket is, the quote-unquote cheaper daily price is. So a 3-day ticket is basically 3 one-day passes, but when you go to 4, 5, 6, 7, and I understand you get up to 9 days, the price is negligible, like maybe $10 more for a 9th day versus an 8th day, something like that. Is that correct?
Yes. After...
I'm not sure what the break-even point is. Do you know?
I'm not quite sure because they change the pricing every year.
Yeah,
so
they do change it quite often.
But I think after 3 days, it goes down just a smidge, maybe $1 or $2, and then I think it's like after 7 days, an additional day is $2, $4, $6, something like that.
So it does get much less expensive the longer.
Now, the longer you stay, the cheaper it is
to go to the parks. Mm-hmm. Now these tickets do expire, correct? Disney, I believe, no longer sells tickets that don't expire.
I believe that's correct.
I believe, yeah.
They do not. The tickets that you buy will expire at the end of your vacation. If you don't, I think they last for 2 weeks or something. You can't go back and use them a year from now. Won't work.
Unlike the old
Unfortunately.
days, I would assume, yeah.
Unlike the old days.
There is one option though. If you're military and you get a salute ticket, that is good for the whole year. So if you buy a 5-day ticket, your Magic Salute is good for the whole year. From December, I think it's the 2 weeks before December.
Now, I'm not familiar with the salute ticket. Can you tell us what that is? Is that a type of discount? And who gets that?
Only active, retired, or disabled get those.
Disabled military?
Yes, military.
And you must show
And you must show ID. You can only get them at the Shades of Green or at your local base. Your local base, your ITT office should have them.
So those tickets work the same as a regular admission ticket?
Yes. They are, the only difference is you have to activate them once you get to Disney, but you do get to add them to My Disney Experience and make your fast passes and
you must have a military member with you
yes.
when you activate them.
Yes, you must have to have that. You must have the military ID to show that you are to activate them.
Yeah. All right. So you can go to the Disney website and they have all the different kinds of tickets explained. There's numerous websites out there that will help you explain the tickets as well.
One of our viewers is asking about annual passes. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Again, there's quite a few different kind of annual passes. There's a Florida pass for Florida residents, which is discounted. There's the regular annual pass. It's an annual pass with water parks included. There's an annual pass for DVC members, which is comparable to the Florida resident pass.
None of these passes are inexpensive, though, correct?
They are not inexpensive. They have gone up every year just as the regular passes do. And I believe the break-even point for an annual pass is 10 days. Somewhere around 10 or 12 days. So if you're going twice in 1 year, an annual pass may work for you. With that annual pass, you also get quite a few discounts on rooms. If you're getting a room reservation,
They offer, certain times of the year.
So if let's say you're a party of 6 that it's going, if one person gets the annual pass, they can buy the room reservation and get the discount at certain times of the year. And then the whole family can enjoy that discount on the room.
You also get food discounted at certain sit-down meals and different places, and merchandise discount with that also.
And that's the annual pass.
And you get free parking at the parks.
But not at the resorts, correct?
That is correct.
That is correct.
Not at the resorts. That is something that Disney just started now, within the last couple months. A lot of people may not be aware of it, although it was all over the press and released to the press, that they are now charging for resort packages. I don't know what they call resort fees. That's what they call them, resort fees. Almost every other resort already charges for parking, internet use. I don't know what the other things. This is not something you can opt out of. When you make your reservation, you have to pay those. Whether or not you have a card doesn't matter. Whether or not you use the internet doesn't matter. I think the fees are something like $15 a day.
I don't know what the fees are, but I also.
So yeah, the resort fee is a new fee that they put on. That covers your ticket options. There's quite a few different ticket options. we're going to move on to fast passes because they're kind of correlated with the tickets that you get.
So we're going to talk about fast passes now. And since you have to purchase your tickets in order to make your fast passes, fast passes can be made if you're staying on Disney property 60 days out. So please make sure that you have your purchased tickets for the parks before then, because you really don't want to miss out on your 60 days. You really need to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, preferably probably like 6:45, get your cup of coffee and get your computer on, because it's not really user-friendly with the app on your phone. So definitely use your computer. And as long as you got it up and running by 7 o'clock and you sign into My Disney Experience, you should be good to go and be able to get those fast passes out for the ride. This is why we say to pick the park you want to go to. You've already made your dinner reservations, and now you're just waiting for the fun to begin. So again, if you're staying on property, you have 60 days out to make those fast passes.
And if you're not on property,
it's 30 days.
And at 30 days,
and at 30 days, you
will not make the 3 fast passes that you want. Some of the fast passes go very, very quickly for the premier rides, the new rides. Right at the end of June, the Toy Story park in Hollywood Studios will open up, and everybody will want to ride the new rides. They'll be very hard to get. So if you're going after June 30th and you want to get the fast passes, be there at that 60-day mark.
At 7 o'clock.
If you're staying off property and you have to wait till 30 days out, it's very difficult to get them. It's very difficult.
I can vouch. We made our 60-day out for Pandora the other day, and by 11 o'clock they were sold out for the week. So
now
for the
sold
week.
out. There's a fee for fast passes?
No, there's no fee,
okay.
But they're gone.
Yeah, there's no more choices. They'll tell you right on the My Disney Experience, no more fast passes for this ride. However, if you wait a week and go back and wait a week and go back and look and look and look, sometimes they open up more fast passes, just for this reason that the 30-day people can never get anything that's any good. A while ago, it was frozen at Epcot that you could not get a fast pass for. It went immediately. That's a very good ride. Even as an adult, it's a very good ride. I liked it a lot. Now it is Navi River Journey and the Flight of the Banshee over at Animal Kingdom. Very hard to come by. You got to be there 60 days at your 60-day mark. Now, let's say you're going to go the 1st of September through the 7th of September. Your 60-day mark, you can make, at your 60-day mark for the 1st of September, you can make your fast passes for the next 7 days. Because they know you don't want to come back the next day at 7 a.m. and the next day at 7 a.m. So they're going to let you, if you have a reservation from the 1st to the 7th, they're going to let you make all those fast passes on the one day of the first date of your reservation. So that's a benefit as well, because you want to make them all. And even though it's 60 days out, sometimes you still have to switch things around. To make sure that you can get to see what you want to see. But Hollywood Studios is going to be the next place to have the new stuff. So that's it for fast passes, and you're allowed 3 fast passes per day. So 3 fast passes. You want to make sure you schedule them throughout. You don't want to make one at 12 o'clock if you have a 12:30 dinner reservation or 12:15 dinner reservation, that you're not going to be able to make it, because you have to be there, I think, within, I don't know how.
It's an hour.
1 hour of when you have that, you make a window. You have to be there within that window. If not, you lose it. You can't come 2 hours later and say, well, I got stuck in traffic. They don't fall for that. They don't like it, and they won't let you on.
We have a question from one of our viewers.
Okay.
They say that they seem to understand that Fast Pass is going to be made for one park at a time. Is that correct?
At this time, yes. Unfortunately.
And the statement tied to that, a second follow-up question, maybe you can speak to this in a little more detail, is that they say once those 3 Fast Passes have been expired and used for the day, you can now make an additional single Fast Pass at a time for that park or an additional park. Is that all correct?
That is all correct. If you have 3 Fast Passes for the morning, you're there early, you have one for 9, one for 11, one for 12. Right after you ride that last Fast Pass, you can go into the app and make another Fast Pass. Of course, you're not going to get the premium rides, so you want to make them first. But you can get another Fast Pass for any other ride in the park that's available.
Or any other park, I believe.
Or any other park?
Yes.
Okay, if you want to go to another park, if you have a hopper or an annual pass.
Right.
If you have an annual pass, you can go to any park you want. Half day here, half day there. But usually if you have an annual pass, you're a person who's going to the park quite often. And the wasted time that you use in between those parks is not an issue for you. But this is for people who don't go very often.
Right.
Want to make the most of their time. All right, so I think we've covered almost everything here. From sign up to My Disney Experience, picking your date, selecting your resort, picking your schedule, doing your dining reservations at 180 days out. Now you don't need any tickets, you don't need anything for that. You can do that without a reservation, without a resort reservation, without a anything. 180 days out, you can make your reservations for food. Purchasing tickets, you've already purchased your tickets, and then at the 60-day mark out from your reservation, you can make your Fast Passes. So you need a calendar, and you need to mark all these dates that you got to do something on the calendar so you know when you're doing it and what time you got to do it. And all of this also can be found out online. There are so many Disney forums that are so kind. People are so kind on these forums. They will answer any question you have. So find yourself a good forum and ask your questions that you don't have any answers to. And they'll help you out. All right, folks. It's so long from the Average Joe. Give us a thumbs up if you like the Disney experience here. And subscribe. And we have a Disney experience coming up for ourselves in the fall.